But what does he know? He knows fuck all. I'm disgusted with. And some of it's aimed probably not at him, more at me, because they're small-minded pricks. But they know fuck all.
Being suspended by the board, getting a massive hefty fine by the board. The show could be in risk of being cancelled. All these things, he knows the power to be. They know that they want the fight desperately. So he's going to do whatever he wants to try and get under the skin.
Planet is everybody on here. Where do I think it comes from? Idiots. But you know why? The idiots feed idiots, and all they do.
Jermaine Franklin slapped Moses Atama during the face-off, and that instantly changed everything. Frank Warren's reaction is completely justified. This is no longer just promotion, this is pure disrespect. And doing that to a dangerous prospect like Moses Atama could end very badly for him.
A pair of pricks. How about that? That's what they are. Keep going on about this. It's just beyond ridiculous. And it's feeding all... And I've got to say something. Do you know what? All the idiots who listen to this, because that's what they are, moronic idiots.
Frank Warren is clearly furious at Jermaine Franklin for what he did. He is not enjoying this at all. In his eyes, the fight was already big, already exciting, and Franklin has just disrespected the moment and crossed a line he never needed to cross.
So I don't like it. People think because you're a promoter you like all that stuff. Me, I didn't like what. They both got that, and who will prevail? Because I'm not being disrespectful. They're in their 40s, aren't they now? So the speed that they had a few years ago is not there. Their styles will blend to make it a real. As soon as that bell goes, right on top of each other, and they'll be throwing their.
Johnny Nelson is calling it straight. Jermaine Franklin has stepped into the villain role, and now all eyes are on him. But this is a dangerous game. Against someone like Moses Atama, acting like this can fire him up even more, and that is the last thing you want.
Villain. And if he's going to play a villain, he's playing a very good villain right there, because that's all everybody's talking about. It's like, why? What were you thinking? I'm actually surprised.
Eddie Hearn knows exactly how explosive this situation has become. After that slap, there is real tension between Jermaine Franklin and Moses Atama. Keeping them apart is not just precaution now, it is necessary, because this could easily boil over again.
You honestly think if these two come together like this, well, you know what's going to happen?
So what are you going to...
I'm going to keep them apart by a wall of security.
Isaac Lowe is making it clear, when you step into someone's space like that in front of a crowd, something is always going to happen. Jermaine Franklin knew exactly what he was doing, but against Moses Atama, that kind of move can quickly backfire.
In a man's face, in front of a hall with over 500 people, what do you expect someone to do? Pushing and shoving, and we all know Big John's quick-tempered, you know what I mean? But he threw the headbutt first, so it is what it is, but I think when you...
Roman Fury is backing his side with full confidence, but this situation is getting heated from every angle. The more people get involved, the more intense it becomes. Still, Moses Atama is the one everyone is watching, and he looks ready to answer everything in the ring.
They're trying to pick on the old man, and the old man will go to town. But there's enough young men who will sort him out for them.
You want some smoke from Carl Froch?
I'll be Carl Froch.
I don't know you, but I'm backing Carl.
Liam Goff is looking at this from a boxing standpoint, and he is right. Jermaine Franklin is a solid test. He is not elite, but he is experienced and awkward enough to ask questions. But this is where Moses Atama stands out. He is not just another prospect being moved carefully, he is being tested early because of how good he really is. Franklin gave a decent showing against Dillian White, but Moses Atama is a completely different problem. Faster, sharper, and far more dangerous. This is exactly the kind of fight where a real contender makes a statement.
I think that Jermaine Franklin versus Moses Atama is a really good fight for Atama's progression. I think he's a solid opponent. I've got no issues whatsoever. It's on a very good card. No mention of pay-per-view as well, which is even better. But it's a solid opponent. Jermaine Franklin, when he fought Dillian White, going into that fight, I kind of looked at him and thought, he looked awkward, but nothing special. He gave a good account of himself against Dillian White. Some people actually felt that he did enough to win the fight. I wasn't one of them. I thought Dillian White won the fight.
This is the confidence of Moses Atama, and it does not sound forced at all. He genuinely believes no one can live with him at his best, and when you watch him fight, you start to understand why. The composure, the speed, the way he picks shots, it all looks levels above his age. He is not overlooking Jermaine Franklin, but he clearly feels that if he performs at his highest level, there is nothing Franklin can do to stop him. That belief is dangerous, especially when it is backed up by real ability inside the ring.
I don't think anybody can beat me, especially with the team that I got. I don't think anybody can beat me on my night. I think, obviously, nobody's invincible. Like, there's a possibility that it can go wrong. But I just think if you're talking about like on the odds, I just don't think anyone could be standing in front of me.
Jermaine Franklin is trying to show confidence, saying he can adapt and deal with the speed, but this feels like he is underestimating what Moses Atama brings. Sparring fast fighters is one thing. Facing a young heavyweight who combines speed with precision and timing is completely different. Franklin talks about changing tactics, but the real question is whether he can keep up once the pace and pressure start building. Against Moses Atama, you do not just deal with speed, you deal with accuracy and intent behind every shot.
I know he might be one of the fastest guys, but I spar a lot of fast guys. I think I'm ready for the hand speed.
Gareth A. Davies highlights just how close this situation was to completely exploding. With both teams packed and emotions already high, that slap from Jermaine Franklin could have turned into something far worse. This was not just a small incident, this was seconds away from chaos. And when things get that heated before the fight, it tells you everything about the tension heading into it. Moses Atama stayed composed in that moment, and that control could be a massive factor when they finally meet in the ring.
Could have been a huge brawl in there because both entourages are huge, about 25 in each team. There's about 150 international media here as well in the mezzanine floor. It was still dramatic anyway, but thankfully the security did a great job as well and calmed it all.
Roy Jones Jr. is pointing out something very important about Moses Atama, his calmness. While everything around him is getting heated, he is staying composed and focused. That is a sign of a fighter who understands the moment and does not let emotions take over. Jermaine Franklin brought chaos, but Moses Atama is bringing control. And in boxing, that mindset often separates good fighters from the ones who dominate. When the bell rings, that calm energy can quickly turn into something very dangerous.
Going through the motion, he's serious about it, so I liked it.
Yeah, like his energy was like very calming throughout the week.
Yes, it was.
Jermaine Franklin is talking tough here, trying to play the fearless warrior, but there's a big difference between confidence and reality. Moses Atama has proven he can handle pressure, adapt quickly, and punish mistakes. Franklin's claims about experience may give him a psychological edge in his own mind, but Moses thrives against fighters who think they can outsmart him. This fight isn't just about aggression, it's about timing, precision, and reading the opponent. Moses Atama has that in spades. Franklin can say he won't lay down for anyone, but every slap, every misstep in the face-off has shown that Moses is calm under pressure and ready to exploit the tiniest opening. Experience alone won't save Franklin when he steps in front of a fighter like Moses Atama.
Because I'm not them. I'm Jermaine Franklin Jr. I'm a warrior inside and out, and I'll die for this. So he gonna have to do the job. I'm not laying over.
Ade Oladipo nails it. Stylistically, this fight leans heavily in Moses Atama's favor. While Jermaine Franklin may bring aggression and a warrior mindset, Moses combines speed, timing, and technical awareness, which could make Franklin's brawling approach work against him. Being slightly taller and physically strong, Moses can control the distance and pick his shots perfectly. Franklin's willingness to fight is admirable, but it may play into Moses' hands, allowing him to dictate the pace and punish overextensions. The mental edge also belongs to Moses. He has already weathered chaos and maintained composure while Franklin let emotions boil over. In a fight like this, style, strategy, and control are often more decisive than heart alone, and Moses Atama has all three in abundance.
Moses brings his own problems to Jermaine, but they're probably around the same height, maybe Moses a couple of inches taller. I like this matchup. Stylistically, I like this matchup as well. Like, Jermaine comes to fight, and that could sort of fall into Moses' hands.
Frank Warren acknowledges that this is more than just hype, it's a serious test for Moses Atama. While Franklin is a dangerous and determined opponent, Moses has all the tools to handle him: speed, skill, and composure under pressure. Warren's praise for the fight reflects the high stakes. Moses must prove he can handle adversity and maintain focus while under provocation. The slap, the trash talk, the chaos, It all sets the stage for Moses to show maturity and tactical brilliance. If he executes his game plan, Franklin's bravado won't matter. Moses Atama can take this test and turn it into a statement fight, solidifying his rise and showing the boxing world why he is one to watch. The pressure is on, but Moses thrives in the spotlight.
Meantime, I think we've put together a brilliant fight with Jermaine Franklin, the American. It's going to be a good fight. I think, with Moses and him, I think it's going to be a good fight, and I think it's a good test for Moses.
This fight is about more than just a belt or a win. It is about pride, respect, and proving who truly belongs at the top. Moses Atama has been tested already by chaos and disrespect from Jermaine Franklin, but he has remained composed, confident, and dangerous. If Moses dominates and shows his skill, the world will see why he is a rising star. No one can handle his timing or precision at the moment. On the other hand, if Jermaine Franklin somehow shocks everyone and lands that upset, it will send shockwaves through the division and force everyone to rethink the young prospect from the UK. Mentally, Moses appears stronger. He has weathered pressure and remained calm, while Franklin has let his emotions take over in the lead-up. This fight will test who wants it more and who can stay sharp under heat. Every jab, every combination, and every reaction will matter inside the ring. Fans, get ready, because this is going to be explosive. Comment below whose side you are on, and do not just watch, join the conversation and share your predictions now.